parts in your life so that you don't skip some parts of your life, because in your marriage or in marriage, it's like the development of a child, just like the way small kids grow. From a month to 2 months, they go for their first clinic, the second one, the third one, they go 9 months, they go after 1 year. You know, the same process. And there is none of those none of those time you're supposed to skip clinics. When a child is being born, anadungwa shindano, then after 6 weeks you take that child to hospital, then after sijui how long you take that child to hospital. You can't skip, because if you do, there is a possibility that that child will develop some problems. Just the same way, if you skip a step in your marriage, it can develop some problems. So you have to go through all the processes. There's a process of the phases. There is the phase of honeymoon. It is possible for you to believe that you would do anything, you would overcome everything together. But with the time, marriage becomes more of seasoning. It becomes more seasoned and less passionate. All right? Now, that's how I've given you a story of these men, how they would define an elephant in their own different perspective. They failed. You would be in marriage, but you're defining it differently. And it's not because of anything else. It's because you're not having enough time to communicate, to have conversation, to have discussions of important things in your lives. You're growing in marriage together, but parallel, in different, most probably you're experiencing the same things. What he's experiencing during the day while working are the same things you're experiencing. The challenges you're facing, maybe in the issue of bills, he's also feeling them. She's also feeling them. But because you don't have time to communicate, to have those discussions, you're living your life, you're continuing to live, but parallel, experiencing the same things, but actually you're not finding time to solve them. So today I was wondering, what are those things that you people there would you have? Or personally, I would have some things that I would love us to I would help us to discuss. But what are those things in your marriage that are you facing and you don't have time to discuss them? How do you solve them? How do you come about them? You must create time. You must in one way or the other, you will have to create time. Because if you skip that phase, it will bring some problems. All right? So, I don't know what are those things, but personally, I would love us to discuss about one of the many issues that we do face. And I also want you to create a way in your marriage. I've said that the development of your marriage is just like that of a small child. So every month you notice some development in your child. All right? So every month there are developments in your marriage, and you must realize them, and you must notice them, and you must talk about them. Today I would love to us to discuss about something that one of the things that I've just thought about, that you people can, that sometimes we fail to we assume. By the way, there is nothing to assume in marriage. Never actually assume anything. Never assume anything about your partner. Never assume that maybe, for example, if I do this, my partner will be okay with that. Don't assume. As much as you know your partner, don't assume. Today, my co-host is around. and I would love to welcome him so that we talk about something small. I'm done with my Kamwa Kenya. Now I want to invite my co-hosts. Karibu sana. Let us help me to discuss something here.
Niaje? Mko fiti? Pia mimi niko fiti.
How are you doing?
Fine.
How was your day?
Great.
Umeshinda aje?
Niko fine.
Sorry.
Niko
very okay. Ni nini? Vumbi. Umeshinda aje? Just tell us when you umeshinda.
Fine.
What have you noticed in marriages in the few days since you are here?
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Gerald, and Joroge, welcome up. Yes, and I'm fine since last Friday.
Yeah,
it was Fridays. I think Fridays utakuwa unaniita tunaongea. And I thank God I'm fine. So we are here. And I've been researching and asking people questions and talking to people about regarding the marriage. And so many people have issues. In marriages, they have issues. And as we know, marriage is it's a covenant. It's like a covenant. It's a promise that you promise one another that you will love them in sickness or in health or whatever. So people have issues, really issues. And one of these things, and I would like you to handle it one of these fine days, is about down there, bed issues. We have bed issues in marriages, so much bed issues in marriage. And also we have issues regarding children. When you were two of you, you were really close friends and you talked and you really laughed, but after the wife gets 2-3 children, now it becomes an issue in the family. And the husband says, mimi niliachwa, mimi nilitengwa, I'm just somewhere in the family. When I come, I'm not recognized. And that is also something that you should talk about in your programs. And also in marriage, also communication.
Yeah.
And I've heard you talk of communication, and I think that's one of the main problems that we have. Communication. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, now today I wanted us to have a conversation about what bothers you.
Yes.
What are the things that bothers you? I wouldn't want you to go out there and talk to other people about it. I wouldn't want you to tell any. I wouldn't want you to find some, that I'm not that person that you can talk to. Right? I would love that you commit, you see me as a friend that you can talk to. So what are those things that bothers you as a man in the house?
I think one of these things that bothers me. Thank you so much. Go back to bed. Thank you. I think those issues that bothers me in marriages are those people when unajua watu wametajirika wako na pesa, but sometimes you will see them in a car. If you see a man and a woman laughing in a car, definitely maybe that's not the wife.
Okay.
Sometimes when you see a wife and a husband in a car, the wife is asleep and the husband is driving, or the husband is reading the newspaper and the wife is driving. So there's no communication. So I think one of the things in Yemenisumbua sana ni about the communication.
Okay.
Yes.
And how would you want to, to be heard? Is it that you're not heard? How would you want to be heard?
You see, I want a marriage that when I have an issue or I want to talk to my wife, I'm not hakuna pingamizi, I can be able to reach her. But sometimes ladies in marriages, many marriages, they are unreachable. They put a boundary, yani ni kama, you know, it's like a block somewhere.
Boundary?
Yes,
block,
you cannot.
Tunaishi na wewe.
Yes,
you living with that person.
My friend, there are those marriages that even they have, you know, wametengeneza kitanda in a way that unalala side yako mimi side yangu. There's a gap.
Is that really necessary?
There is a gap in marriages. And that
there
has
is
really
a gap.
Yes.
That was a gap. There is a gap.
Big gap, yes.
Do you have a gap? Is there a gap? How can we go about this gap?
I think one of the things is communication. Nilikukosea and you didn't tell me nilikukosea. So I'm left. So unakasirika, unakaa na makasiriko yako, and I'm left. I don't know what to do. I don't know, you know, that is. When I try to reach you, then there's a stubborn block. So what do?
What do you do?
Nothing. I have tried to reach you, and I cannot reach you. So what should I do? Just remain.
No, you go and find someone else to talk to out there.
Many men don't.
Okay.
We don't talk our issues with... is there men who talk their issues to other people? I don't know, but most of them do.
So you keep it.
Yes.
And I want to think that keeping an issue 1, 2, 3 and piling that issue again and again, ile siku hiyo issue italipuka.
Kinawaka moto.
True. So there is no need of piling. There is no need of keeping things. What that thing that bothers you, that is giving me a problem. Whatever ile jambo ambalo linakusumbua, talk about it. Make an effort of talking about it, because the person you are living with, see stranger, or that person you're living with is not a stranger. It's someone you can tell, please sit down, I want us to talk about this. And I've said, create a schedule, create a way that you people can be having discussion. You see the way, like the way your kids wait for you to come and help them do their homework. They know masani yetu ya baba ya kukuja kutufunza homework. When they sleep, now you to create time and tell this person, hii tabia na hii mimi hainifurahishi.
Sometimes it's hard because you know, when I try to reach you the first time, I try to reach you the second time, I try to reach you that time, and then you assume me, you assume everything, you assume my efforts. Then I'm left with, you know, I'm left alone. And by that time, you know, it becomes so difficult for me.
But what do you mean that you're trying to reach me?
Yes,
what do you mean
you're there.
You're trying to reach me and yet we are tuko hapa pamoja, tuko kwa hiyo nyumba moja pamoja.
Tuongee ukweli. Nyinyi mnakuaga hivi. Wakati umenikasirikia, mimi nakuja kwa nyumba. Chakula umeniwekea kwa meza, ziko hapo, so unaniambia welcome and the food is there. And then you go and sleep. You tell me you're busy. Una feel busy, una feel, you know, all these things. Una feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm busy. I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling this and this. And I'm left there. So what should I do? Yes, you just give up. And then you stay. Unakaa kama mwanaume, kujikaza mwanaume ni kuumia ndani.
Okay.
Mwanaume ni kuumia ndani na kutulia.
Na okay. Sisi most of the time tunasemanga maybe unaendanga kudiscuss whatever you are passing through with maybe friends and all those. Nyinyi mnaambia okay, honestly you just keep quiet, you don't tell anybody the things that you're passing through. Hey, we have friends here who have visited. We will be right back. He will be right back after the break. All right. Don't worry, everything is okay. It's just parenting. This is not. I love the fact that you have seen that. You see how our home goes like. Now that's it. Wamelia. And so what is going to happen? They're going to be disciplined kidogo because they were told to stay put and not to make noise. Sasa juu wame make noise, lazima wapinchiwe. The fact that they have a journey to go. Now that's by the time he's coming. The fact that these kids have a journey to go, a lot of pampering won't help. They have already come to this world. They have a journey to go, and they have to be taught about that journey. There is, don't do this and do that, and life continues. They must learn. You're back.
Yes,
now that's parenting. That's
parenting.
Interesting.
Yes.
How was that? How was that?
It's fine. It's for
What have you done?
I've just talked to them, and
but I've had them cry.
No, they're not crying. They're just happy. Daddy's home.
They're happy.
Yes.
They have felt good. Whatever you've done.
You see, Dad has taken them to sleep.
So
bed.
They are going to sleep.
They're going to sleep.
You're sure?
Yes.
All right.
So tulikuwa story ya wanaume ni kuumana na kukaa hapo na mashida zako kwa sababu you are not helping.
Unataka kuniambia there is no way you people find a solution, someone. Okay, I wouldn't want my partner to find me as not being a confidant. Ati haezi ni share na mambo yenye. It's wrong. May you create a relationship with your partner whereby he can be or she can be your confidant. Because the moment ameanza kutoka huko nje, ameanza kutafuta watu wa kuongelesha huko everything concerning your marriage, then I don't think that marriage is heading the right direction.
It is not. But sometimes kikiumana na kimefungana. Okay, I'm talking on behalf of men. I know men, we pass through issues, and you know we pass through issues. And these ladies wanatuonyeshanga mambo. Lakini tunavumilia kama mwanaume, yani unajikaza kimwanaume. Unasikia sasa hiyo msemo venye ilikuja. So we trust God and we pray. But I won't recommend that to men. I would recommend if men can be able to talk about themselves. If they can be able to speak out. And if something is bothering you, if you have a problem, it's good to speak up. It's good to have that friend you can go to, you can speak to freely, and you get help.
And yeah, it's true. And when we talk about talking, your partner, first of all, yeye akuwe ni yeye confident wako wa kwanza.
Yes.
What partner wako akuwe yeye ndiye confident wako wa kwanza. And it's not difficult. This person is your friend. Those things that are bothering you, that is what we are talking about. Find those issues that are in your marriage that you feel that they are ish. There is the issue of children, how to raise them, like what you have just seen here. You know, there is the issue of money. There is the issue of what you have said, uko ndani. You know, there is the issue of there is the issue of how we handle our friends. There is the issue of in-laws. There is the issue of faith.
Yes.
Because we can be married, by the way, and you find I go to I believe in my beliefs are not like your beliefs. There is the tradition also. There is the issue of religion. I may be going to a different church than the one that you're going. Those are also issues that are in marriage. All you need to do is find a program, find your own program, because there is nothing we can do to the fact that there are changes in our lives. We are no longer in the phase of honeymoon. You know, we have responsibilities piling. We have people and society depending on us. If you have not reached to the point of society depending on you like a politician, maybe you have the church, you are a leader kwa church, you are the leader, the head or the neck of your house, of your family. You have your brothers and sisters depending on you. You have your parents depending on you. You have your parents depending on you. So no one will come from huko nje akuja waambie you two need to create time.
It's yourselves. Both of you. You need to sit down and straighten up. the issues affecting marriages. And actually there's no one who will come out. Hakuna mtu atatoka huko nje akuja tengeneza your marriage. It's only both of you. You join together, sit down, talk about it. Talk about the heart, the hurting. Nimehatiwa na wewe, umenihati hivi, then you forgive one another and life continues. Yes.
And when we talk about marriage, to men, do we have men? Personally, maybe I will say I have seen women who believe in marriage, like personally, and work really hard to make their marriage work. Do we have men who are focused and they want the fulfillment of that marriage? Do you?
We have men. We have those people who love their marriages and they just talk because the Bible says that when you marry, you become one. So whether your partner is hurting, then you are hurting too. You hurted too. So it's good to know that there are those men who are faithful and loving husbands to their wives, who care for their marriages and cares for their families and everybody else. They are there. They are there. I believe they are there and they are good. Yes.
So it's a win-win. We can all participate.
We can all participate and we can all win this. Yes.
We can all win. We can all bring our input together. It's not ati mimi kazi yangu as a man, kazi yako ni kuhasu, kutafuta pesa na kuishi maisha yako venye unataka, na mimi ni kungangana save marriage peke yangu.
Hapana. It should be both of you. Both of you. You run, save your marriage. Yes. And I believe what is spoken to assume. People just assume that this is happening, but in the real sense, they do love their marriages. And they want their marriages to work.
They do.
Because their children will not suffer because of their mistake. Yes.
Well, there you have it. You want to trust that we have said something, maybe one thing. It may not be a lot of things that we may have said, but maybe tuko na jambo moja tumesema that will save your marriage. Guys, talk. Create a schedule. Maybe one day we will come and train you, we train one another how to create a schedule of finding time to communicate. There is, maybe you can try to, in the course of them, by the end of the month, you two sit down and say, now mwezi imeisha. What have we done? What haven't we done? Nimekukwaza wapi? Umenikwaza wapi? Msivuke the next month ukiwa na hizo makasiriko. Alikufanyia kitu kadogo from the beginning of July na hata yeye hakumbuki. Hajui. Na wewe umemkasirikia the whole month because of something that he actually didn't mean to do, or he did it without even knowing that it will hurt you. You see, when you go into the next month, that's one of maybe a way I've given you of how you can do it. Find, just like a small child, that at the end of the month you must notice the development of that child.
True.
Notice the development of your marriage before stepping to the next month. So you're leaving.
No.
You're right here. All right. God bless you. And I want to believe that you have heard what we have said. And we want to believe that we have said one thing. We might not have said so many things. We've said at the beginning of your marriage, you thought that you can do everything together. But it reached a point where things became difficult.
Yes.
How do you go about it? There are bills to be paid. The time you used to come home 6 has changed. You have to come in at 10, 9 huko. How do you go about it? What are those things that bothers you? The things that unafeel ni uchungu kwako mtu akifanya. You know, kuna very small things like that hurt people. Like unaweza pata mimi kubrush meno na dawa yenye imetoka hapa hadi hapa mwanzo hadi mwisho wa brush. It's an issue. Personally for me, it used to be an issue. How can you use dawa ya meno kutoka hapa hadi hapa ijai kwa nini? How can you do that? Hiyo kwangu ni issue. Just tumia itoke hapo hadi katikati. You know, those sometimes they are very too small things.
Small things that cause chaos in the families.
Very small, na hata ukiangalia unasema hii ni kitu kweli. Okay, but kama ni issue, wacha niache kufanya. You know, kama inakusumbua. And by the way, when you find this small thing is issue, when I tell you it's an issue and you stop, unazoea, unafika point unaona you continue living. Hii tu ndio ilikuwa inaleta shida. Sasa unaachana nayo. There is the issue of even food. Your partner doesn't eat this and you eat it. Sasa unamlazimu kukula kenye hakulangi. Na ulimpata most probably kama hakuli. In future kama atakuja kukula like someone I know. Someone I know, he used not to eat pork. But just somewhere along the journey of life, I don't know how, but he has started eating pork. So, we thank God for that. See,
maybe Mungu alimuombea.
Maybe maombi.
Pastor alimuombea akasikia ni mzuri.
Along the usilazimishe, wacha vitu ziflow. Lakini kenye inakubother, communicate. Try to find a schedule. Create time for you people to talk about those things. So, do you have anything in mind?
Yes, I will tell men, please, let's observe some few things, and in our marriages, let's observe that these people are human beings, and they are not robots or something. So it's good to walk with them. It's good to understand them. Sometimes they are moody. Inaitwa moody ama moods. But sometimes they walk in moods. Leo anaweza kuwa ako sawa, asubuhi hayuko sawa. Mmekuwa naye the whole night, asubuhi ako na maissues zake. Umemwacha akilia kwa kitanda peke yake, hata unashindwa usu analia nini peke yake. Sometimes you are that, but men, let's have something.